Well, if you couldn't tell by looking at my forehead, it's Ash Wednesday, which means it's the start of the 2022 Lenten Fish Fry season. Today, I am at St. Mark's Catholic Church here in Buffalo. It's our first fish fry of the season. They are well known for their fish fry. In fact, a few years ago, the local newspaper did a behind-the-scenes expose on just how great this fish fry is. The parking lot's very crowded, it's very busy. So I'm going to get inside, get out of the cold, and check out this fish dinner. Is it going to sink or swim? We're off and running. Let's dive in. Okay, so I'm all set up here at St. Mark's. It was $15, which includes haddock, coleslaw, potato salad, and they gave me a little number here, which is number 19. So they were called number 19, I guess, and the food comes from over that way. And I'll be able to eat. So I got the windows behind me, should be pretty good. I'm excited. Silverware this year. That was nice. Remember from last year, no silverware anywhere. So we're inside. It's nice to be inside, not eating in the car. It's going to be great. So once the food shows up, I'll show you what I have, and then we'll go through and taste everything, see what wins today in terms of best tasting, and how it stacks up overall. Okay, so our dinner has arrived. Nice, big, healthy piece of fish. Got some crispy looking french fries, coleslaw, lemon, rye bread, potato salad. I did add a can of Pepsi for $1, so altogether it was $16 for this meal. I'm going to go ahead and dive in here and see if it measures up to the competition. Alright, so it's really nice to be sitting down inside, like I've already said, not eating from the tray in my car, which is great to hear all the announcements going over, more food to go. It's very busy, it's very loud, which is great. But we're going to go ahead and try. We're going to start with this french fry here. It looks pretty good. Got to add the ketchup, of course. A typical french fry. Nothing really to write home about. Not my favorite. Not the worst I've ever had. But as you know, if you've been watching these videos for a while, you know that the french fry is my least favorite part of the meal. So it's good, but you know, nothing special. Next, we're going to try this coleslaw. So it's that finely chopped coleslaw. I don't know if you can see it or not. And I believe this is from a can, which is okay, but it looks good, and I'm going to go ahead and sample it. So here we go. And that's exactly what that is. So definitely from a can, and it's very vinegary, has a good tang to it. It's one of my favorite types of coleslaw, so it's perfectly fine. I'm not going to knock them for that at all. Really, really tasty. So next we got the potato salad. It's very yellow, so I'm assuming it's going to be mustard based. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Definitely has a very strong mustard flavor, which I like and can appreciate. Potatoes are nice and soft. A lot of good flavor with this for sure. It's going to be a nice sort of accompaniment here to the fish, which I haven't even got into yet. We're almost there. So we've tried the french fries, coleslaw, potato salad. Let's go ahead and try the fish. Alright, so I broke off a piece of the fish. Let's see what we got.
Order 29, I have a
pretty good. The breading's on there nicely.
You come here, please.
We got some skin on there, which is good, so that's going to be tasty. You can see the steam pouring off, at least I hope that you can. It's very flaky, it's very crispy, it's a light breading, it's not too heavy. It feels really nice. And then we're going to go ahead and test this out first without tartar sauce, then after with. So first piece, here we go. Oh yeah, that's a really good piece of fish. Really good. I'm going to take one more bite though with the tartar sauce, just, you know, test out the tartar sauce. Oh yeah, that is a really good piece of fish. There's a good flavor. The breading is crunchy. It's hot throughout. Fish is definitely moist and tender. It flakes off pretty good. Skin's not too rough or anything like that, so that's pretty good. Yeah, this is a really, really great piece of fish. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and eat the rest of this dinner, and I'll come back to you at the end with some of my final thoughts. Okay, so I've made some progress here. As I said earlier, and I stand by it, the fish is outstanding. That beer batter flavor comes through. The breading's not too thick, so it's adhering nicely to the fish, and it has that consistent flavor all the way through. French fries, you know, they're French fries, nothing special. Not the worst ones I've ever had, not the best ones. They are just French fries. Coleslaw I finished up, still got that rye bread for the end. The potato salad, still got a little bit more to go. Yeah, this has been a really good meal so far, so I'm going to go ahead and finish it up and then let you know my final thoughts. I'm very happy to see the number of people that keep streaming in through the door. I mean, last year when all these places were doing them as drive-through or takeout events, you really missed the community atmosphere there. I've always said, the fish fry is more than just the meal. It's about the community. It's about sitting together. We're all journeying through Lent together. Most of us in the room today were probably fasting or other things today. So to have this community meal together, to know that we are all in this together here, it's all part of the experience. It's more than just the dinner. It's more than just the food. It's the experience.
36 is up.
I was number 19, and now they're all the way up to 36. So you can hear how many people keep coming in the door. They did pre-sale as well too. So if you go on their Facebook page, and I'll link it here too as well. There's a little QR code you can scan, or there's a little website you can go to pre-order tickets if you just want a takeout. They don't do it every week. They do it a couple times, I think maybe 4 times, but it's all on the flyer you can see here as well too. So like I said, those super happy to see people keep coming in and staying and eating. Fish fries are back, and I can't be happier. Alright, so I have finished all of my dinner. It was absolutely incredible. It was super delicious. My favorite part here was definitely the fish. It had a great flavor all the way through. It was crispy and moist. Alright, so I'm going to head back out to the car now, and I'll give you my final thoughts in there. We have to have a little bit of an homage to last year, right? I'll see you in the car. Okay, so we're back in the car, just like last year, but this time only for the final review, not to have to eat. So what did I think? This was a really good fish fry, and I'm really happy that I started with it. As you saw, the portion sizes were pretty good. That fish was really, really outstanding. It was a nice big piece of fish. The breading adhered to the fish perfectly. It was crispy, it was flaky, it was moist, it was flavorful all the way through. It was probably one of the better pieces of fish that I've had on the different fish fry tours. I don't know how it would have stacked up as a to-go dinner though, so I'm really glad I ate inside because of the type of breading that it had. I'm not sure what it would have been like if it had gotten cold. So definitely eating it warm right there in the school hall was perfect. Sides, you know, they're okay, nothing special. I definitely don't think that they were the homemade sides. They definitely tasted like the ones you get in the cans that are in the large, you know, big size cans that you take out and scoop out stuff, which is all good. I like that sort of stuff. Rye bread was clutch though. It's always important to have rye bread. Sometimes you're doing a white bread or a roll, but the rye bread always elevates the fish fry. I thought the sides could have had maybe a little bit more. I thought the serving size was maybe a little bit small for that, but especially for an eat-in. But not necessarily anything that I was too concerned with. The French fries were, you know, French fries, nothing special or whatnot. So yeah, definitely super good. I did grab some coffee on the way out, which was included, but the other drinks were not. So you had to pay another $1 to get a Pepsi, and there was also, looks like wine and beer, which I think was $3 or so. I'll put all those prices up here for you to take a look there. So, one of my other negatives here, I would say definitely the cost. Now, this is going to be something I'm going to have to preface here. I realized as I was looking around and researching, that I realized the situation with where we are in the world right now with inflation, all sorts of stuff. So a lot of the fish fry dinners have gone up a lot. But if you remember from a couple years ago when I started this series, I always talked about the fish fry dinners. It's usually set at like that $10 sweet spot, maybe a $1 here or there up or whatnot, but you know, to go from 10 to 12 to 13, now this dinner was 15 plus a drink was 16. It is starting to get expensive. And I'm not sure how many families really can afford to go to a fish fry every single week during Lent. Now, I'm not knocking St. Mark's. I'm not knocking any of the places that are charging those prices. I realize the reality of the situation. It's just sad is what I'm really basically getting at, is that the prices have gone up so high that it's not necessarily as affordable as it once was. Had nothing to do with the quality though. The food was really, really outstanding, and it was really good, and I appreciate that. Again, I would say though, for the $15, I would have liked to have had a drink included beyond just coffee, but ultimately not a deal killer. So what's my final ranking? So here's how we do it here. We rank them on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm looking at all sorts of things. I'm looking at cost, I'm looking at value with that cost. So, how many sides are you getting with that? You're getting 2 sides, 3 sides. Here we had 3 sides. We had french fries, coleslaw, potato salad. We also had a piece of nice rye bread. I'm looking at our beverages included. I'm looking at the size of the fish, the temperature of the food, the taste of the food, the type of breading that was used, the seasoning, all that sort of stuff. It all comes together to get a score between 1 and 10. And today, St. Mark's, you're the very first contestant, if you will, in the 2022 Fish Fry Series. And you're going to come in with a very respectable 9.3. Yes, 9.3 is your score for today. So great score. It's a great fish fry. I love seeing all the people there, the families coming in, the community aspect. It's great to have these back in person. So if you live in the North Buffalo area, if you're in the city of Buffalo, if you're in Tonawanda or Kenmore, definitely it is worth your time to stop over at St. Mark's for their fish fry. They only do it 4 times a year, I believe. So make sure you mark them on your calendar, no pun intended, and check them out. That's to do it here from St. Mark's. Until next time, see you then.